Hello students, now we are going to learn how to solve the question number 3 in exercise 7.1 for class 12 students. So before going to the problem, if you don't subscribe our channel, just subscribe it and click the bell icon so that you can get the updates immediately. Then let's move on to the question number 3 in exercise 7.1. A particle moves along a line according to the law S of t is equal to 2t cube minus 9t square plus 12t minus 4, where t is greater than or equal to 0. Then here what is given is a particle is moving along a line and that particle's distance s will be this one. Okay. So from this we are going to find at what time the particle changes its direction. Then find the total distance traveled by the particle in the first 4 seconds, and then finally find the particle's acceleration each time the velocity is 0. So let's move on to find find all these three subdivisions. The first one is at what time the particle changes its direction. So to know this, we have to first know one thing, that is, when a particle changes its direction, velocity v of t will change its sign. Are you clear? When a particle changes its direction, velocity v of t will change its sign. So to know the direction of change, we have to first know what is your velocity. Okay. We know that the velocity v of t is the derivative of s of t, that is the distance. V of t is the rate of change of displacement or distance by the particle. Okay. S of t, we know that s of t will be equal to 2t cube minus 9t square plus 12t minus 4. So let's take this as a function of t, that is f of t. Then v of t will be the derivative of f of t, that is f dash of t, which is equal to 6t square minus 18t plus 12. Then first consider the particle is in a rest position, so that v will be equal to 0. So when v is equal to 0, this 6t square minus 18t plus 12 is equal to 0. Then if you take 6 as common, then 60t square minus 3t plus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, t minus 1 into t minus 2 equal to 0. That is, we are factorizing this t square minus 3t plus 2. So that your answer will be t minus 1 and t minus 2 will be equal to 0. So that t will be equal to 1 or 2. So we have to find your v of t at different times of time. Okay. So consider your v is t is equal to 1 or 2. So if your t is less than 1, what happens? For example, t is less than 1 means take it as 0.5. What happens? V of t will be equal to 6 into 0.5 square minus 18 into 0.5 plus 12. So that 1.5 minus 9 plus 12, which is equal to 4.5 plus 4.5. So that your v of t is having a positive sign. And if your t lies between 1 and 2, because your t is equal to 1 or 2. So if your t lies between 1 and 2, for example, between 1 and 2, we are taking the value of 1.5. So that your v of t is equal to 6 into 1.5 square minus 18 into 1.5 plus 12. So that 13.5 minus 27 plus 12 will be equal to minus 1.5. So here your v of t is having the negative sign. And consider if your t is greater than 2. So greater than 2 means we are having 3 as your example. So if you substitute t as equal to 3, then v of t is equal to 6 into 3 square minus 18 into 3 plus 12. Therefore, 54 minus 54 plus 12 which is equal to plus 12. So that your v of t is again having the positive sign here. So if you see, your v of t is having positive for t less than 1, and if t is between 1 and 2, our v of t is having negative, and again if t is greater than 2, your v of t is again positive. So your v of t is having a change in sign between t is equal when t is equal to the value between 1 and 2. Okay. So we can conclude that hence v of t changes its direction when the time t lies between 1 and 2 seconds. Are you clear? V of t is having the change of sign between when the t takes the values between 1 and 2 only. So that we can conclude that v of t changes its direction when the time t lies between 1 and 2 seconds. Are you okay? So that's all about the second subdivision. So third subdivision is find the total distance travelled by the particle in the first 4 seconds. So to know this, we have to know a formula for finding what is the distance travelled when between the points by a particle. So if we are taking the first 4 seconds, means the distance travelled will be magnitude of s of 0 minus s of 1. This s of t will be the displacement by the particle. So that s of 0 minus s of 1 plus s of 1 minus s of 2 plus s of 2 minus s of 3 plus magnitude of s of 3 minus s of 4. So this is the distance, this will be the distance travelled by the particle in the first 4 seconds. So if it is for first 3 seconds, then the last term will not be there. For first 2 seconds means only the first 2 terms will be there and the last 2 terms need not to be there. Okay. So first we have to find what is your s of 0, s of 1, s of 2, s of 3 and s of 4. So we know that s of t is equal to 2t cube minus 9t square plus 12t minus 4. So that your s of 0 will be equal to minus 4 here. If you substitute a 0 in place of all the t's, only the minus 4 will be left. So s of 0 is equal to minus 4 and s of 1 will be 2 into 1 1 minus 9 into 1 minus 9. 2 into 1 is 2 minus 9 into 1 is minus 9. 12 into 1 is plus 12 minus 4. So that your answer is 1. So if you substitute 2 in place of t, 2 into 8 which is 16 minus 9 into 4 which is 36 plus 12 into 2 which is 24 minus 4 is equal to, if you calculate this value, that will be 0. So s of 3 will be 2 into 27 is 54 minus 9 into 9 is equal to 81 plus 12 into 3 is equal to 36 minus 4. So if you calculate this, we will get 5. And your s of 4 will be 2 into 64 which is 128 minus 9 into 16 which is 144 plus 12 into 4 which is 48 minus 4 and your answer is 28. So we have all the values for s of 0, s of 1, s of 2, s of 3 and s of 4. So we can substitute all these values in the formula for distance travel. So that we can get magnitude of minus 4. S of 0 will be minus 4 minus 1 plus magnitude of 1 minus 0 plus magnitude of 0 minus 5 plus magnitude of 5 minus 28. So if it is a negative sign, if you are taking magnitude means it will be converted into a positive sign. So that your minus 5 is taken as plus 5 here and plus 1 plus minus 5 is taken as plus 5 here. because of the magnitude, and minus 23 is also taken as the plus 23 because of the magnitude taken. Okay. So if you add all these four values means you will get 34 meter, which is the distance travelled by a particle in the first 4 seconds. Are you clear? So to find the distance travelled, we have to know this formula only, and we have to find what is your S of 0 to S of 4, and simply substitute all those values in the formula only. So fine, and let's move on to find the third subdivision. Find the particle's acceleration each time the velocity is 0. So to find, before finding the particle's acceleration, we have to know one thing, that is v of t is the derivative of s of t. That is, velocity is the rate of change of displacement by the particle, and a of t is the derivative of v of t. That is, acceleration is the rate of change of velocity of the particle. So first we know the velocity of the particle in the previous subdivisions only. Okay. V of t is equal to 6t square minus 18t plus 12, and we have to know what is your acceleration at velocity is equal to 0. So let's find, when v of t is equal to 0, 6t square minus 18t plus 12 is equal to 0. Then if you take 6 as common, t square minus t plus 12 equal to 0. If you factorize this, t minus 1 and t minus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, your t will be equal to 1 and 2. So we know that your acceleration is the derivative of v of t, that is dv by dt. So to find your acceleration, you have to find the derivative of v of t, that is 12t minus 18. So your acceleration will be 12t minus 18. So in the formula, in the problem, we have to find your acceleration each time the velocity is 0. So when the velocity is 0, what is the time? Time is equal to 1 or 2. So we have to find the acceleration value when the time t is equal to 1 and when the time t is equal to 2. So acceleration at v is equal to 0 means a at t is equal to 1 or 2. So when t is equal to 1, a will be equal to 12 into 1 minus 18, that is 12 minus 18, which is equal to minus 16 meter per second square. And when t is equal to 2, acceleration is equal to 24 minus 18, which is equal to plus 6 meter per second square. So to find the particle's acceleration each time the velocity is 0, we have to find the acceleration at t is equal to 1 and 2. Okay. So this is all about this problem, and a very simple problem only. And I hope you understand this problem. If you have any doubts and questions, please mail me to yadamkeli20@gmail.com. And if you want any more problems to be solved in this chapter, just comment in the comment section. Thank you.